Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen J Lotus, King Sunkiss, coming at y'all right quick, right fast, maybe. For a weekly forecast for love and money. The love and money frequencies, yes, God. We are here for a forecast for the week. And we are going day by day. And I'm going to popcorn through as quickly as possible, okay? So get your pencil, your pen, your tea, your coffee, your whatever, what have you, honey. And let's log in. Set it to the speed that is best for you. And without further ado, we're going to get into the specificities of these cards. So on the top row, we are dealing with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On the bottom row, we are dealing with clarification and integration of the layout. And yes, I am only doing 5 days, as I will tap back in for the weekend later on this week. Now, over to the upper top left of them, like I said, we are starting off with Monday. And on Monday, y'all are dealing with the 3 of Cups. So we got good celebratory 3 of Cups energy is giving cheers right after the weekend, okay? Y'all a drink to that, perhaps, honey, okay? Either way, whether y'all got a drink or not, it's giving real good celebratory vibes, real good chummy vibes, vibes with friends, honey, words with friends. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but they channeled on through, so it can't be a coincidence. I am saying that there may be some people in this collective that like things that may be considered to a lot of people like lame or like old people stuff type shit. Like, you're not beyond going to a bingo party, like somewhere where people link up and it's everybody and they playing bingo, or going somewhere where it's like really chill and they have mini golf, or they have pool. Like, you may like to play pool, but you prefer to play it somewhere where it's like real chill. You like to play solitaire with the actual real playing cards. You like to play go fishing, Uno and shit. Probably like to knit, so you prefer going on picnics and shit. You prefer kickbacks as opposed to parties. And lately it seems like the most of what you've been getting invited to is a lot of hoopla. A lot of like actual parties, like clubs and house parties and probably trail ride events even, when really you're just feeling something much more chill. Like, you would rather go fishing, you would rather go sip some tea by the water and paint, you know, go to a paint and sip that's laid back and low key, like at somebody's house or around a lake at a park, or, you know, in some secluded area and whatnot. So all of that said, for a lot of you, starting tomorrow, starting Monday, y'all are going to wake up feeling like you're going to be taking initiative on this for yourself. You're not waiting for people to invite you to these things. And then for others of you, you've already been kind of making the plans to set up some of these things for yourself. And then you've also had, you know, certain other people pop out and be like, hey, yeah, oh, I was going to go and do such and such. You could tag along with me. Or, oh, yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. We can go together. And so this friend time that seems to be coming in Monday is going to be something different than what you usually do with your friends. And this could be new people that you're coming upon. This could be new acquaintances that you've been acquaintancing with. This could also be friends that you've already had, but you'll recognize that y'all are shifting together. Whereas in the past, and it could be some fears that y'all have been having around this too, in the past when y'all would go through y'all's shifts, it would be a whole lot of growing out of groups. And, you know, because you're shifting and you're growing, but those around you were not. And so you probably have also been dealing with shedding some old friendships and such all the while. And so you've been feeling this angst of, you know, newness, excitement, but also feeling nervous because you're like, oh shit, who finna get cut off now? Oh shit, like what now? And Spirit is saying relax. Because they're making it apparent to you that some of the friends that you have around you, some of the people that you have around you that you are really feeling good about, you are receiving confirmation and sprinkles of it, quite a bit of it, for some of you, is coming through on Monday by you having people reflect back to you the shifts and growth that you've been going through. So like I said, you'll recognize that, okay, some of these friends that I was wondering was they gonna be able to come with me, yeah, they with you. And so it's Spirit also making it apparent that you need not worry about trying to make sure that you're grabbing other people to take with you through the finish line, because whoever's meant to go with you, they are in sync with your will. They may not be running an exact same way that you are. They may not even be running to the finish line. They might be dancing to the finish line. They might be acting to the finish line. They might be painting to the finish line. They might be mathematicizing to the finish line. Okay? They may be doing whatever it is that they do to the finish line. But y'all's spirit, y'all's will, y'all's wealth in spirit is in sync. And so you don't have to worry about looking back and making sure you're pulling them along, because they are already in sync. They got it. They gonna meet you there. Don't worry about it. either they gonna meet you there, or you gonna meet them there. Either way, once y'all all get there, you're gonna be like, oh shit, hey, I see you, yeah. Okay? And that's what it's giving. Like, if you zoom in, or even if you are familiar at all with the imagery of the Three of Cups and, you know, how it usually looks. It's usually three friends giving a toast, or three friends linked up on some adornment, cheerful, intimate shit. So yeah. And this is a boost that y'all needed, leading us into Tuesday, okay, which is represented by the Princess of Wands here. So in this segue, there is a foreshadowing, okay? Because in the channeling that I was doing, the channeling and evaluation that I was doing on the Three of Cups, I kept hearing, it was all good. Just a week ago, it's all good. Just a week ago. So I behoove you that a lot of you will be experiencing friendships strengthening and, you know, new and greater bonds coming in. And all at the same time, you will likely be recognizing other connections falling off and or showing their ass. Okay? Which could put a lot of you, like, for instance, if you link up with a selection of friends on Monday and y'all post, or if either of you post a pic, because I'm picking up on monitoring spirits here, right? So it's given this thing where for some of you, you may link up with some friends and you may post a picture of yourself. You may not even post, you know, exactly where you are. You know, you might not give much background information, or, you know, even take a picture with who you're with. You just take a selfie of yourself, or you just take a picture of something where you are and you post it, right? And then one of the other friends that you with, they do the same thing. They take their own pic of whatever, maybe it's themselves, and it just, you know, has to do with where they're at and something that they're doing. And there is a monitoring spirit. There's a mutual monitoring spirit in the midst that will put two and two together based on things that are in the photos and in the backgrounds that will say, oh, they're hanging out, they're kicking it, da 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 da. And this may start this person on a journey of kicking up some shit, okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay, as we segue to Tuesday with this good Princess of Wands here, okay? And as I was channeling and evaluating on the Princess of Wands for this Tuesday energy, I was hearing, whoop, whoop, pull over that ass too fat. Whoop, whoop, pull over that ass too fat. So this is two things here. So like I said, the Monday energy with the friends and all of that, the new scenery and activities and whatnot, that is the burst of energy that you needed. So on Tuesday, you're going to be feeling extra, walking on sunshine at the top of the mountain, take your shirt off, twist around your head just like a helicopter. Like you're going to be feeling yourself. It's also giving real good sexual energy on Tuesday. And so if you're trying to have a baby, it's looking good for you, okay? Crack them eggs. If you're not ready, please protect yourself at all times. Okay. So I was also getting this energy of relief. Woo, all that. Okay, the angel numbers channel through here were also 616, 1212, and 212. There's also a rechanneling of the song 212 by Azalea Banks. So give that song a listen. Pray to your divine realm, your higher self, and see what it is meant to mean for you. All right. So that was kind of real short and sweet on Tuesday. It's just looking like, you know, you're going to be feeling yourself. You're going to be doing the things, dipping and doing it. You might be outside. You might be inside. You might be in your room just dancing by yourself. You're just feeling yourself. It's just giving Tuesday. It's just going to be a day that you are just really feeling yourself. And Spirit is saying that the reason why this is showing up as the Princess of Wands is because they are giving y'all a real good dosage, a real good, generous dose of the absolute royal energy that is actually planned for y'all, that y'all actually deserve, that y'all have supposed to have been functioning in, that is actually divinely designed for you, right? So the thing about this is, that's why I say there was a foreshadowing, right? Because, again, monitoring spirits. And there are empaths, like I said, there are empaths and there are friends of yours that they're watching you with admiration, and they're looking for reasons to bring more of the best out of you. They're looking for reasons to compliment you. They're looking for reasons to celebrate you. They're looking for reasons to reciprocate to you, and or just be generous to you, just off GP, okay? And then there are these monitoring spirits that, honestly, it's like they're flies and mosquitoes and gnats, but you've been sitting amongst them like they're family and friends. You've been eating at the dinner table with them. You've been eating at your picnic blanket with them like they family and friends, and the whole time they ants, gnats, mosquitoes, flies. And so that Tuesday energy is very attractive, and that's like the frequency that y'all are going to be on, real heavy, and y'all are going to stay in it. Y'all are going to stay in that energy. You've broken through into the frequency of attraction, and then you're going to have to learn how to balance it. And that's when we're getting into Wednesday. And this is where I have to emphasize, while this is a weekly forecast, okay, think of this as things happening within these days, within these weeks, is harvest from seeds that were already sown and more seeds being sown. Okay? Be fruitful and multiply. So, as we're segueing from Tuesday to Wednesday, again, this big frequency of attraction, as well as big frequency of celebration, as well as when we get into this Queen of Cups on Wednesday and it's sideways, okay? This Queen of Cups energy here is emotions. And it's two songs channeling through at once. One is, I believe, is Mint Condition, or is it it's either Mint Condition or it's the group that sings, or is that the same group? Anyway, emotions make you cry sometimes. Emotions make you smile sometimes. Emotions make you cry sometimes. How we go? But most of all, make you fall in love. Hey, okay? And then the other one is Mariah Carey. You got me feeling emotions deeper than I ever did know. You got me feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. So both of those are love songs. However, there's underlying energy there. So I'm gonna make it make sense, okay? So for some of you, these emotions are really you projecting how you feel about yourself onto someone else. And what I mean by that is, and I'm gonna string it all together, okay? What I mean by that is, y'all are gonna be feeling this high, right? This high. And y'all will feel inclined to equate it to other people, friends, or even your mate, or whoever it is that you may be dating or fooling around with, whatever, what have you. You may get, like I said, on Tuesday it's giving some good sex energy. So like I said, it may have you feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. All right. But what Spirit is about to have y'all realize this week is that it's been you all the time. It's been you all the time. Okay? Because some of you, a lot of you even will be feeling like, oh, this man got me feeling like this. Oh, this woman got me feeling like this. Oh, that thing got me feeling like that. Oh, I spend so much time with them. It's just, oh, da 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 da. But in actuality, it's you. You got you feeling like that because of the choices that you decided to make, the shifts that you decided to take, the differences that you decided to be and allow happen. It's you. And you've been sleeping on yourself to that. And Spirit is even saying that even with getting his heads up right here, it's going to be something in you, because it's something in you all's sacral that, and that's the one that deals with emotions, the water element. It's something in you all's sacral that is blinding. It's blinding to your frequency of emotion and your ability to properly read and perceive your emotions, which makes it difficult for you to see yourself from a emotional and spiritual place. And so even with hearing this right now, it still will aid you in being able to navigate through it properly. But this is just also a heads up that even with hearing this right now, you are going to feel resistance in you, and or even a propelling straight forward to just get lost in the sauce of victimization. Take that however it goes, because it doesn't have to just like simply apply to sex or dick or anything like that. But you may feel this whole pull to get so enthralled and lost in the sauce of this frequency of infatuation, this frequency of euphoria in the situation. And it's bringing up Sugar Mama by Beyonce. And that shit was so good, I think I'm gonna buy my short set. You're going to be feeling like folks got you feeling so good, you want to go buy them a house, you want to go buy them land, 50,000 acres and 40 mules, goddamn. Okay? And a lot of that is a large part of the reason why this Queen of Cups is sideways and why it's going to the right, because there is blinding optimism here. And the blinding of the optimism is the external gratification aspect. And a lot of you have not realized that you've been caught up in external gratification. And this week is about to make it clear exactly how you have been, because those monitoring spirits are obsessed over instant and external gratification. And like I said, they're going to watch you step directly into this potent ass frequency of celebration, attraction, good sex, all of that shit. Okay? And they're going to start setting some landmines. They're going to start talking some shit. They're going to start showing their ass. Some of them are going to literally play in your face. Some of them are going to literally say some disrespectful shit to you. I'm seeing somebody comment under someone's post, someone in this collective. There will be someone that comments something disrespectful under one of your posts. And you gonna feel like, you know what, I'm feeling so good, I ain't even finna entertain that. Or you will be feeling so good that it goes over your head that they're being disrespectful. Okay? And for others of you, it's that same frequency. It may be a different setup, but it's the same frequency of you popping your shit, you got your shit on, you got that shit on, you know what I'm saying? Hair did, nails did, everything did. And hell, for some of you, you may not even be like hair done, nail done, everything did. You may literally be walking around in a bonnet, fresh face, naturally beautiful on some shit, feeling yourself and feeling the beauty of the naturality of it all, feeling like 10 on 10. Pretty bitch with money, okay? Or you might only have $5 in your bank account, but your spirit is feeling like 5 million gazillion to the infinitive power with the dollar signs, okay? And as you straighten your strut, like you mean it, freeing your mind, okay? Showing that you was the dream of it all. You just don't hear somebody be like, oh, you just think you something, huh? Or, your shirt don't match your shoes. Or, oh girl, don't you think you want to do something to your head? Or you just somebody saying something that is totally opposite, or somebody doing something that is totally opposite of what you're feeling and what you're giving off. And it's gonna be something in you. And again, it could even just be the high of how good you feel. So where you like, I'm not even gonna let that bother me. I'm not even gonna, like, I can't even hear it. Like, it literally might go in one ear and out the other. You feeling so damn good. Okay? But come Thursday, it ain't gonna be no ignoring it. And a part of it is because you been strutting like you mean it, freeing your mind, and showing it's not enough just to dream it. Okay? And the way that you gonna let that shit fly in one ear and out the other, that negativity, that salt, that other motherfuckers is trying to throw in your game, you gonna be letting that shit roll off like water on a duck's back so good that someone or some people gonna turn all the way the fuck up. And or they're gonna do something that hits up something that you value the most. And it's going to piss you the entire fuck off. With a purpose, okay? With a spiritual purpose, but in an earthly sense. It's going to piss you the entire fuck off. In the song by Fergie, Pedestal, who are you and what do you do that makes you think you're above me? Well, have you walked in my shoes? The pedestal you put yourself on. Well, since I'm breaking it down now, it's gonna collapse and be gone. And I'm not gonna lie, that song channeling through is a double-edged sword, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tackle this part of the sword first, okay? The lyrics to that song for this week is your ops directed towards you. Those monitoring spirits that are your ops that's been sitting around you like family and friends, they're going to be thinking that at you. They're already thinking that. But the more you shine on this good Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's going to get louder in their head. The concept of those lyrics and maybe even those words specifically, whether they know of that song or not. They're going to be thinking, who are you and what do you do that makes you think you're above me? Have you walked in my shoes? The pedestal you put yourself on? I'm breaking it down now and it's going to collapse and be gone. A lot of you are going to lose this battle. Okay? Take that L. It's going to be hard. I'm not even going to tell no lie to you. It's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. It's going to be frustrating as fuck. Please reach out. And this is where I tap back into the first 2 days in the week, specifically Monday, okay? Because this situation may make y'all mad at God, for real. It may make y'all very upset with God because y'all will feel like, why the fuck did I get raised this high to get dropped this low? But Spirit is saying this is the reason why they showed you who you are at the top of the week. Remember who they showed you. And when you get into this depth of despair, reach out to them. Reach out to them for help. Reach out to them to vent. Reach out to them to talk, whatever it is. Reach out to them, okay? Reach out to them for faith, hope, prayer, whatever would have you. Whoever those people were at the top of the week that reflected your best attributes back to you, what we just talked about. Because not only did God show them to you for this reason, but also, like I said, remember what I said about that synchronicity? They've been where you are before. One way or another, they've been in the shoes that you will find yourself in throughout this week. They've been there already. One way or another, they've been there. And they're going to have the right words, the right information, the right tools, whatever would have you. They're going to have it. Okay? But also, remember the internal aspect of it too. Because it's going to take for you to remember the internal aspect of that, right? It's going to take for you to remember what God showed you about yourself at the top of the week from the inside, in order for you to remember what God showed you at the top of the week from the outside. Okay? So, that being said, like I said, y'all gonna have to take this ill, okay? Y'all are going to lose this battle, okay? Regardless of how many good licks you get in, regardless of how many good one-liners or anything of that nature, this gonna be a loss for y'all. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Even if it's just, because I'm gonna put it like this, because some of you may win an argument, right? Like, let's say that the situation is an argument that happens and they start trying to throw dirt on your name, say, downtrodden shit about you and this and that, da. So you got to clap back and defend yourself. Very, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj type shit. But yeah, you may have to clap back and defend yourself and this and that and the third. And you may win that argument, right? But the loss of what you thought you knew, it's going to hurt. And it's okay, okay? I'm emphasizing that for the sake of helping y'all help yourselves be as real with yourselves as you possibly can be, because the frequency that is steadily flowing in this collective is blindness. There's a frequency of blindedness. Like a lot of you have been blinded from your childhood by elders that were supposed to be protecting you with the truth. A lot of you have been blinded by lovers or people who you thought were supposed to be loving you. You've been blinded by friends. You've been blinded by corporations, been blinded by school and things of that nature. And a lot of those things have also taught you to blind yourself. And so while this week, it may feel like a punishment once it gets into that Thursday, Friday era of it, but it's not a punishment. It's a necessary happening, and it is giving tower moment, but it's a necessary happening for those blinders to come smooth off. I'm seeing the same at the end of SpongeBob where the chum bucket caps come off of the fish's head that was mind controlling them. So yeah, like this is that week for y'all, okay? And so when we get into Friday, and it's the death card in reverse. I'm hearing the song from Sinners early in this morning. As I open up my eyes, something just feels right. Okay, and so this is a bittersweetness. There's a acceptance of being in a state of grief, being in a state of mourning, but also recognizing the freedom in it, recognizing that you no longer have to wonder who it is or what it is this thing was that was just nudging at you, that you knew kept interrupting your peace, kept interrupting your excitement. You just knew that it was some reason why you could not get comfortable in the knowing that everything was going to be okay. And it's because you knew it was gnats and mosquitoes, goons and goblins on the rocky road to Dublin. Okay? And so by Friday, that, the total feeling of the wounds, but also the total feeling of, okay, let's heal. Let's truly heal. Now we can truly heal because we have gotten to the roots of the truth that was in the way of that healing, that finalized straight up healing. Now you can finally start to shed off those residuals, okay? And so the other side, right? Because like I said, y'all may lose this battle, but you will win the war. And that is where the other side of that sword comes in, okay? And where you come back in with your divine realm, honey, led by your divine realm, that's where you come back in like, no, bitch, who are you? And what do you do that makes you think you're above me? Have you walked in my shoes, heifer? The pedestal you put yourself on is being broken down now. It's going to collapse and be gone, biatch. Because see, the gag is, the pedestal that they came and broke down that you were sitting on, that wasn't yours for real anyway. That was some shit that was built by some other human being and given to you. Y'all know that video with Stormy and that girl, and she talking to her, talking about your low vibrational plate. And the girl was like, they put this on my plate. And she said, you don't let nobody just put stuff on your plate. You don't let them just give you what they want you to have. Okay? And that's what this week is teaching y'all. That's what this week is coming in and giving y'all a swift kick in the ass. This week is Stormy. Is her name? It's not Stormy Daniels. No, that's the white lady. I can't think of her last name, but y'all know the Stormy I'm talking about. Just type in Stormy low vibrational plate. She'll come right up if you don't know who I'm talking about. But this week is gonna be Stormy to y'all. This week is gonna come in like, you don't just let folks put stuff on your plate. And it's gonna wake up that beast inside you that's like, oh yeah, you right. It's gonna wake up like Mushu on Mulan with the shield, with the little gong and and the little helmet. Wake up. It's time to get up. Like, yeah, you absolutely correct. I don't just let people put anything on my plate. I don't just have to accept what the fuck people give me. Right. So again, that pedestal that you've been sitting on, that ain't even actually yours. That's something somebody built for you. And yeah, it's cute and all that shit is cute. It got your favorite color on it, some sparkles and sprinkles, some things. You got a few amenities and accommodations and stuff around it that is nice. But honey, that pedestal, that throne was always a trap. That throne was always a trap. They always kept just enough right there to keep you accepting just enough right there. And so that is also why Spirit is allowing for these monitoring spirits to come in and break it down. Because you wasn't going to get up off of it if they didn't. And also, they needed to be at the right place in the right time to get their own swift kick in the ass. Okay? But you don't worry about that too much. You focus on you. Because they going to be dealt with. Okay? They going to be dealt with. Boom, TikTok. Because as I say that and channel that, this is the song that's channeling through. When you hurt me, you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself. When you lie to me, you lie to yourself. You only lying to yourself. When you play me, you play yourself. Don't play yourself. Love God herself. Yes, God. And God is about to make it abundantly clear that whoever harms their children harms themselves. They're about to make it very clear. So as I said before, on the bottom row, we are dealing with the clarification and integration of it all. So I'm gonna pop through these real quick. So first and over to the left of them, we have the loneliness card. So that is an indicator that a frequency that y'all have been struggling with is a frequency of loneliness. And y'all probably have not even really acknowledged it or even been able to really recognize it for real. And so that's a part of the purpose for the happenings of this week is to help y'all recognize how y'all been in that frequency of loneliness, as well as, of course, how to get out of it and how you all are getting out of it. We then have the 7 of Wands, aka 7 of Vibes, 7 of Fire, and the label on it is Sorry, Not Sorry. And of course, that song channeling through is Baby, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Feeling so bad, got me feeling so good. Showing your worth like you know that I would. Yes, Demi Lovato, Sorry, Not Sorry. So most certainly stepping into your voice, stepping into your power, and really getting a clear front and center view on what power actually means, okay? And what y'all's power actually is, all right? So that's definitely the lot of what the happenings of this week is bringing in the plethora of its own ways. We then have the 9 of Vibes on edge. So that's dealing with that buggy ass energy that I was talking about. And y'all, y'all been steady trying to push through, and push beyond it, like when they go low, we go high type shit. Remember y'all, and if you didn't know, I'm gonna enlighten you. Michelle Obama even said that she needed to revise herself on the concept of that phrase, okay? And so this card is coming through as those messages are coming through, throughout the reading. Fight your corner. You're gonna be put in a position this week to fight your corner. Fight for yourself, stand up for yourself. And this is something that is bound to become a lifestyle for you all. It's needing to become a lifestyle for you all because it's what is going to help keep you protected, okay? Y'all are unconditionally, protected and provided for by your divine realm at this point, okay? As you stay on the side of right of things, okay? There's just this need to clear out that demonization of anger, because that's what's coming up here too. What's been channeling through a demonization of anger. Y'all have been demonizing anger. Y'all have been demonizing standing up for yourself. You've been villainizing standing up for yourself, and there's a need to understand that defense is not revenge. It is justice. So that's why they're putting you in a position this week to stop running and hiding, stop saying it's something that it's not, stop acting like it's not there, stop acting like it's not bothering you, stop letting it go in one ear and not the other, and fight. All right? All right. Then we have false flame sideways, okay? And this is a double-edged sword as well as it is sideways, okay? So for some of you, this tower moment that's happening this week, it is having to do with you realizing that your lover is a false flame. And for others of you, so this is very weird, right? Because there is another aspect of this where, and these are some reoccurring channelings that are coming through with this as well. Some messages that have come up in other readings that I've done. It's like they are connected. So some following members of different collectives. It's all good. It'd be like that. But so this is what it's given. There are some where your mate is going to reveal to you that they've been fucking off. They've been doing wrong. All right. And it's going to cause for some separation, but it's a chance that y'all can get it back together as long as y'all allow yourselves to be as honest as possible about all of the things that truly matter to the stability and the foundation of the relationship. Okay? Cut out and lie. Including lying to yourself, because this is something that channeled through from a review that I was actually doing, which had to do with the frequency of infidelity. And it's where Spirit was saying that, as well as there are a lot of spiritual texts that also communicate this as well, that infidelity does not show up materialized in a relationship until and unless it has manifested itself in both of the individuals. So what that means is both individuals in a relationship have to be betraying themselves in some type of way before either of them actually cheats. Okay? And cheating can be anything. Cheating can be lying about giving other people money. Cheating can be lying about the nature of other relationships regardless of what it is. You can say that your sister is your cousin. And that's not the truth. Like, okay, like, of course, some people may be raised with their cousins like they're siblings. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you lying for no reason, saying that your sister is your cousin. That's a form of infidelity. That's a form of cheating. Because when people lie about things like that, they're lying to themselves. When people lie habitually like that, it's because they habitually lie to themselves. So when you are attracted to people and you attract people excessively who betray you, it's given somewhere you betraying yourself habitually. And that doesn't mean that it's your fault that they misuse their free will. That's not what that means. It's just a drawing board for you to go back to within yourself when things are not reflecting the best in you as you feel they should. Right? Okay? Because for example, you can do all of the things. I cook and I clean. You know I break it down to money. My looks, 10 over 10. I'm a pretty bitch with money. But why in the middle of the night your phone is ringy, 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 runga why? Tell me why she doesn't know you have a why. You tryna dinky, 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 dunga die. Baby, I got one question for you. One question. Who the fuck is Amanda? Okay? Yes, we had to go through the whole thing because you can be thinking, I got beauty, I got class, I got style, and I got ass. Why don't you love me? Tell me, baby, why don't you love me when I make it so damn easy to love? But are you making it easy for you to love yourself? Are you appreciating all of the things that you have for real? Are you bigging yourself up? Are you totally loyal to yourself for real? For real? Oopity doopity. And so that is also a lot of what this tower moment is going to reveal. How you thought you was killing that shit. You need to go harder. You thought you was loving yourself. You need to go smarter. Okay? Because that's what spirit coming in. You thought you was killing that shit. I told you go harder. Yeah, that's why we got the princess of wands right there and not the queen of wands. Because you real. Whoo, yes, walking on sunshine. Princess, princess, princess. Whole time, baby, you meant to be a queen. You thought you was going to be princess forever? You thought you was killing that shit. You need to go harder. Thought you was killing that shit. You need to go smarter. You don't like where you are? Stop taking yourself there. And with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milk discount your eye. And I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these screaming quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways like love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.